Madayaw o may buntag kaninyong tanan, and good morning to all of us. So, we are the Monday group, and we will be discuss about the phenomenological notion of death by Martin Heidegger. So, this will help us understand the human existence more deeply. Heidegger believes that death is not just the end of life, but it shapes how we live and make choices. He explains that through five main key points, which be explained by the other reporters. So with that, I will now pass it on to the next presenter.
Death is certain because it is a natural and unavoidable part of life. Every person who is born will eventually die. No matter who they are or what they do, it reminds us that life has an end, and we cannot escape or control it. Whether we accept it or not, death will always be a part of human existence.
Good afternoon. Today, I am going to discuss the death is certain. So when we say death is certain, it means that everyone will die someday. Yes, no one can escape death because it's a natural part of our life. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan, ang kamatayan ay hindi po talaga naiiwasan, hindi lang sa tao, but here, living things or all living things here in this world. Ibig sabihin po, ang lahat ng bagay dito sa mundo ay mayroon pong hangganan. So, the best example we can illustrate here is our grandparents. So, ang grandparents po natin ay nag-grow older and pass away. So, yan lang po ang isa sa mga example that we can base here. Another is that the flower. Yung flowers nagbo-bloom kapag naaarawan. While kapag naman po ay naulanan, is yung flower na yun is nalalanta. Kaya, ang ibig sabihin lang po ng death is certain is lahat po ng bagay dito sa mundo mayroon pong hangganan. Particular po, tayong mga tao. So, may hangganan lang po talaga tayo dito sa mundo.
When we say death is indefinite, it means that the time or moment of death is uncertain. We don't know when, where, or how it will happen. Everyone knows that death is a natural part of life, but its timing cannot be predicted. For example, we know that all living things will eventually die, but we don't know exactly when. That's why it's called death is indefinite, because it has no fixed or definite time.
Why do we live as if death were optional? Or, if death is certain, why do we organize life indefinitely? Death is indefinite. Means that death is sure to come to every human. The exact timing and its circumstance of its arrival are unknown and uncertain. Between the certainty of death, it will happen, and the indefiniteness of its timing is, we don't know when. It is unpredictability. It can happen any time. We cannot know precisely when the day of our end will be. For instance, a healthy person. A person who is young, healthy, and living a healthy lifestyle, they might assume that their death is far from the future. However, they could suffer a sudden, unexpected accident or health crisis tomorrow. The time of their death, despite their current state, remains indefinite. Meaning, hindi natin alam kung kailan. In all the cases, death is certain. But the when, the indefinite element, dictates that we must live with the knowledge that it can happen at any moment.
Death is one's property, means death is a personal and individual experience that belongs to each person alone. It's something that we all have to face on our own, and it's not something anyone else can experience for us. When we die, it's our own personal experience. We are the one who will feel the pain, the loss, and the unknown. Others may be affected by our death, but they are not the one who will experience it.
Why death is considered a property? Why death is a one property? Because that's why all living things are eventually die. Lahat po ng may buhay ay mamamatay. It is a part of life cycle. It shows life is also not permanent in this world. Lahat po ng may buhay ay dadaan sa kamatayan. Kaya it's a part of life.
Death is non-relational. That means when a person dies, they can no longer form relationships, interact, communicate, or connect with others. Death ends a person's ability to relate to people in the world. A dead person cannot talk, cannot feel, cannot respond, and cannot build relationships. So, death removes all social and personal relationship in the world. Thank you.
Okay. Additionally to Ethan said, death is non-rational. Why? Because it cannot be directly known, fully explained, or logically understood. It lies beyond experience, beyond observation, and beyond the limits of human reason. Here is an example that shows how death is non-rational. A child asks where their grandmother has gone after she dies. So in that case, no scientific explanation satisfy them. So the family say she has become a star in the sky. So this doesn't follow logic, but it helps them understood emotionally, showing how death often requires non-rational meaning rather than rational explanation. Kumbaga, sa Tagalog, hindi ganap na makatwiran ang kamatayan dahil hindi ito lubusang mauunawan o may papaliwanag o kaya mararanasan. Lumampas ito sa lohika, sa observation at hangganan ng pag-isip ng tao. So, death is non-rational because it cannot be directly known, fully explained, or logically understood.
Death is not to be outstripped. So what is death is not to be outstripped? We cannot escape or avoid death. No matter how much we try, death is part of a human being. We cannot outrun or avoid because everyone will face it eventually. And also it is inevitable. So no one, regardless of power or circumstance, can escape it. And also no matter how swiftly one runs through life, death follows and always catches up. And according to Heidegger, she's telling us that thinking about death should not make us afraid, but it should help us appreciate life and live it genuinely while we still can.
Good afternoon. Today I am going to discuss the death is not to be outstripped. So when we heard the word death is not to be outstripped, what does it mean? So it means, ibig sabihin lang po that no one can avoid, escape death. So no matter how famous, how wealthy person you are, death will come to you. The best example here that we can illustrate is all human beings, including the animals, including all living things here in this world, is hindi po malalampasan ang kamatayan po. Mayroon lang po talaga tayong hangganan sa mundo. Hindi mo po pwedeng masabi na hindi mo po pwedeng ipasa yung death mo sa ibang tao. You cannot outstrip, hindi mo pwedeng malampasan na you think that baka 50, 60, dyan na ako mamamatay. You cannot escape kasi darating ka sa edad na yun. At if you already have an illness, so ibig sabihin lang na mayroon talagang katapusan ang isang tao dito sa mundo.
Death in authenticity is recognizing that life is a finite, can't inspire person to live a more genuine and meaningful life. This philosophical concept teaches that when confronting morality, individuals are trapped to question their goals, move past societal expectations, and focus what truly matters, leading to choice that align with their true self, rather than external pressures. In this view, authenticity is not about preordained essence but is a quality developed through choices made in the face of one's own morality.
Death and authenticity. The core idea is that accepting the reality of your death is the essential reminder and motivation for you to live an authentic life. And when we say death, it is a limitation. Human existence has a limit. You are a finite being. Your time is not endless and you're not an immortal. And when we say it's a reminder, death is not just an event that will happen, but a reminder that we have to value life while we have it. And from the word authenticity, living true to yourself means having a true and meaningful existence. For instance, is the crowd. We fail to be authentic out of fear of what the crowd or the majority of the society would say. We often follow the beliefs, choices, and traditions of others, like marrying because everyone else does. Authenticity is about making deliberate choices that come from our control, not being forced by social pressure. As we accept death, we realize the value of having a true life, an authentic life. The inevitability of death forces you to focus on the how we live in the world and asks, did we ever truly live?
In conclusion, if we connect both of the ideas, Heidegger and Kierkegaard both remind us that life is short and personal. Heidegger said that death makes life meaningful, while Kierkegaard said, live your life authentically before death comes. So together, they teach us to live truthfully and meaningfully, making our own choices and appreciating the time that we have. So thank you for watching, and madayang may buntag and good morning once again.